So, hello and welcome everybody. It's What's the Debugger, and today we're going to be coding a blog website using XAMPP live, and it's going to be fun. So, without any further ado, let's get started. So, first of all, since this is my first live stream, I guess this is not going to be a polished stream. There are going to be some oops moments or something like that. So, yeah, let's consider that for today. And you're probably seeing my VS Code screen right now. So this is the code editor that I would be using. And now, okay. So basically, I have started my XAMPP server and I'm inside my localhost public site directory. So that's where all the code is. So let's get to our VS Code and start coding. So first of all, let me create a index file. So since we are going to be using XAMPP, let's do this in PHP. So okay, index.php. So title should be something like blog site dash home or something like that. So we are not going to be adding authentication and stuff right now, literally, but we will be adding it sooner or later. So the idea for this website is something which I have already created. So let's go to localhost public and UI. So as you can see, this website right here, let me refresh it. So there aren't any posts right here, but when I go here and so for example, I just do Nikash Kimure as live or something, and then I choose a thumbnail or something for example, if I choose this be right back image and create a post, in this website, there is a post called Nikash Kumari is live and be right back an image. So you can create multiple posts or anything. So it's just like a social media website. I mean, it's literally a social media website and you can do posts and stuff. This is the navigation bar, and the little thing you see here is for bug reports and stuff. So yeah, we will be trying to make this website, but this time live, and let's see how it turns out. I'm not too sure if it's gonna look very similar to this as well because I kind of forgot how did I design this, but let's get closer to this. So for this, we have a lot of SVG images right here from Bootstrap, and then we have a custom-made logo that I made in PowerPoint or something, and these are like divs, and inside a div there is another div. So this div has a background and stuff. This is a footer, uh, and this is like a div that stays uh, it just stays there. It's absolutely positioned. And yeah, that's the basic concept of this. And the design is very, I wouldn't say it's responsive or something, but it does work on phones too. It runs on them as well. Doesn't look that good, but yeah, it does the job and that's it. And I made this a PWA in case you want to install it, but we will not be doing that in this video. So now let's do you're probably seeing my VS Code screen, right? Oh, that was a bit of a problem. I forgot to switch to the browser, but yeah, basically I was talking about this website, localhost slash public slash UI. So you can create posts here and stuff like that. Create post, give a title, select an image, and just do stuff basically. And yeah, this is the navigation bar, SVG I was talking about before, and the footer and the bug report button. Yeah, so this is the website that we will be trying to recreate. Okay, so enough about that. Let's just switch to our code editor and let's do some coding. So first of all, let's do some sort of modules. Let's code in modules. Let's not put everything in this a single file. So for example, let's create a header.php, not header, but like nav.php, so that you can have a navigation barcode in separate place. And let's have a footer.php so that we can have the footer here as well. So let's do php include, and then we are going to do footer.php. No, first it's going to be nav.php, which is a header in itself. So yeah, let's include the navigation bar. So we are gonna wrap everything inside our dev.main. Let's call it a main dev, and let's do something like, let's put the div here. Okay. So now what we're gonna, let's head back to our browser and refresh it. We should see a blank page. I feel like I should share my entire screen now. Oh yeah. So this is our browser and this is our VS Code right here. And now let's go to navigation bar and start a nav. So I do not have any plans of making this literally the navigation bar way, but I'm just gonna use a flexbox and put stuff there. So for that, let's have a navigation bar, or rather we can just have a div if you're not using it really. And inside div, we are gonna have different sections. Inside this div, we are gonna have more divs. So this is the first div, this is the second div, and this is the third div. So let's do, I guess we need a navigation bar here. And let's, okay, do this. The navigation bar is gonna have a class of Navi. Okay, let's do a Navy. So this is a dev right here, the main dev, whose class is gonna be like uh map dev. Okay, and these are the elements. So for now, let's just do just let's just keep something here. A seems about right. And let's go to the browser and refresh it. We have three things here inside our navigation bar. So we need to link our CSS right here as well. So let's link our CSS. We are going to put it inside assets slash style.css. So let's create a folder called style, and inside the style, let's no, not style, but uh, assets. And inside assets, let's do style.css. So now we have our style connected here. I guess we can do dot navi since it's the navigation bar, and we are going to do top 0 so that it stays on top, and position is going to be absolute, and our width is going to be 100%. Let's go here and check it out. And before this, a very important step to do is that we need to have inside our body, let's do uh, what was it? Box sizing. It's got to be put a box so that it doesn't mess us up. And padding is gonna be 0 and margin is gonna be 0 as well. So yeah. Okay, and now let's have a background color of red so that we can see how this navigation bar currently looks like. So it's on top and there are three things right here. I think we need to do display, no, not right now. So inside our navigation bar, we have a div called nav div. Okay, I just forgot the name. Okay, nav div. So inside our nav div, you can have display flex and the width 100%. So now we have three elements which are like straight in a single line. And yeah, and let's do something like let's not give a width of 100%. Let's give it something like 60 and have margin auto so that it stays in middle. And for the elements itself, which is inside a div, so we can do dot nav div, and div inside the nav divs are gonna have text align of center so that it doesn't matter now, but it's gonna matter in a minute. And we are gonna have a margin of 10 pixels. And okay, not 10, but let's have something like 20 going on. Okay, 20 pixels. And here we are going to have, what's it called? Spacing. It's what's flex direction. We're going to have here display flex as well. Okay, flex. What was the property? I kind of forgot the property for this. Was it flex wrap? This kind of makes it go on to the other line, I guess. Let's have it and responsive. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I need to make it. I think I need to search it up real quick. What was the property? Ah, running low on power. No problem. So I'm just gonna go flex property. Okay, space between property was something. Yeah, justify content. I literally just forgot that. Okay, so let me go to my entire screen again, and it's gonna be justify content space between, I guess. So if we do this and go to this website, well, yeah, we have three elements that have equal spacing between them, and they are at 60% of our entire screen. So it functions a navigation bar. So we need some images here, SVGs to be precise. So let's just go to Bootstrap SVGs. Let's go to icons and let's just type like something post. And we are gonna have an image of a newspaper, I guess. Okay, newspaper. So let's copy the entire link and go to our navigation bar. And instead of this A, we are gonna put the SVG in and let's see if it's functioning. Okay, we got our newspaper right here, as you can see. So our navigation bar is coming up. It's getting together. So we have a navigation bar and another one is gonna be a plus symbol. So just for creating files, yeah, plus square. This is the one that I'm looking for. Let's just copy it and let's just paste it instead of this A. It works as well. And the third one is just going to be three dots. So we are not going to be having any options currently, but just having it makes it look better. Not option, but three dots. Vertical. Verticals, I guess they are the best. Or we could have non-vertical as well. It's all up to your preference. And okay, we have home, create, and three dots. Let's just go to style and change this background color to something like gray. And then let's choose, I guess we need a darker shade of gray. Okay, this looks a little bit clean. Or we could have something like, what if we use purple and have white here? Purple, but a different shade of it. A different shade of it, I guess. I think this will look good. This looks a little bit depressing, to be honest. It looks a little bit too, uh, I don't know how to put it in words, but yeah, doesn't look quite right. I guess the gray was the better option. Let's just do gray and see it. Okay, gray works. And let's just change the shade to something like this. Okay, it works. A little bit darker, just a little bit. Okay, now we gotta make these SVGs white. For that we can have something like dot navdev dev SVG fill white. Yeah, it works. So we have white fillings in these. So I think the first problem that we are going to be encountering is that we want the links to be in the SVG itself and not the dev, but the size is kind of do makes things a little bit odd here, but it doesn't really matter. So let's go into our navigation bar and I think we need to start the anchors here. So this is going to be index.php. And we are going to close the A at somewhere before the dev closes and after the SVG right here. So let's see. Okay, here is the link, here is not. Okay, it works as I intended. So for create, we need to have a separate page, but right now the navigation bar is complete. It stays on top. It's good. So for our footer, we are going to be doing that stuff a little bit later. So let's now think what our content should look like. So let's go to our index, and inside after this main, we can have something inside this main. Actually, I kind of forgot. So the body needs to be there, right? Let's just make content.php. Uh, I don't know why, but I prefer doing the code this way so that it looks a little bit cleaner. And yeah, I could just put it in a single PHP string, but I mean the single PHP, this starting and closing, but uh, it is what it is for now. So let's do content.php. So inside our content, we are going to have a dev. And we are going to have a dev whose class is going to be content. And inside this content, we are going to have dev.post, post, and inside this post, we are going to have dev.title. And outside of this title, we are going to have dev. I guess stuff. And yeah, that's it. So title and stuff of the dev. So let's just do something like dot content. Background color is gonna be the same color that we decided here, I guess. And let's just give it a random height for now. Height is gonna be 20 virtual heights. Okay. I forgot about the margins and stuff. So nav is gonna have a margin of in bottom of 30 pixels. 30 pixels. Why doesn't it work? Did I miss something? Oh, it colors the thing. Okay, I get it now. So I think for content, if you have a margin top, it should work if we do this way. But it kind of fills the middle as well. Why is it? So content is here. Inside our content, there is dot content, dot post, dot title, dot stop. And above it is nav, navy. Why is it? Okay, I think this should work. The fill is white. The background color is of that. So if we do something like margin 20 pixels. Okay, it doesn't work here. Oh yeah, it's for the div. CSS is hard. Why isn't it working? 30 edge margin top. Um, I guess we should just have a break line here to see what happens. The break line is filled as well. Why is it like that? So did I miss to close something? Nah. Okay, I guess this is the reason why it isn't working or something. It kind of makes a little bit of difference. Margin top is not working here. So which div is the one? PHP. We do not have dot main anything. Okay, I think I need to do one thing right here. Since our navigation bar is set to be 80% on itself, we can use the dot main property for our content. So we can define the width to be 60% just like above, and background color to be red for now. And let's see what happens. So why isn't the background color thing working? Is it caged up or something like that? Let's just copy the link and paste it here. It's literally the same. Oh, dot content background color is that. Dot content. Dot content is supposed to be post. Oh, okay, okay. I kind of just forgot. I just did this. I messed up. Okay, it's working now. So our main div is gonna be 80%, and inside that div we are gonna have post. So let's try doing margin auto. It's working. So now margin top should work here. margin top 40 pixels. Um, sorry, margin top. It's giving the margin, but it's coloring that as well. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm in some kind of uh, situation here. Okay, let's just try that and try and inspect it. What's wrong here? Responsive, I guess. Okay, responsive. Let's refresh it. And so this is like a flexbox, and these are the elements. This is like a dev content. Okay, now I get it. What's happening? So this navigation bar, I feel like this is the height of this. It's behind this as well. So I need to give a little bit more margin so it should work if I do it. So it's gonna be margin top, something like 100 pixels. It should work, I guess. Yeah, this it was behind this, bruh. Okay, that's why you gotta use DevTools. My bad, but yeah, 150 looks a lot to be honest. So margin top, this should work, and the bar. Let's do margin auto here. So uh, I'm putting this on top and this after because first it's gonna give a margin top of 100 pixels and then it's gonna align itself. Or did I just? Yeah, I did the literal opposite of it. Yeah, it's working now, so no worries, I guess. So we want 20 pixels. So we have posts here. So this is looking like it's not aligning with this because it's a vertical line. So let's take a horizontal one because it's taking me off. This should work better. So let's just go to nav.php and change this to vertical dot. Okay, let's format the document so that it looks a little bit better. Okay, now it looks, I guess, better. Now we gotta have background color of this. I don't really know which color to give for it. I'm just gonna do something like give it a border. No, not a border because the content inside it is gonna have. Okay, let's not give a definite height, but width is gonna be 100%. And okay, so let's just go inside our content.php. This should be repeating. So for this, I have already a database set up. So let's just go to PHP my admin and you can see this, right? Yes, you can see the entire screen. So I have a face shook. This is a database that I made for this older website that I showed, which is literally localhost slash public slash UI. So for this, it's the database for this. So basically, I want to access the same database here as well. So for that, I'm not going to be creating a new database, but you can just take a look at it. We are not going to be using the users, but just the posts. Authentication will not be covered in this video. So inside our post, let's see the structure. It has an ID of an author of and title, content, image, and time. So we are not going to be having any timestamps or image or we're just going to have title and content. So just to make it simple, because I feel like I'm going to trip a lot while coding it. So yeah, we're not going to do that in live stream. Um, yeah, so I'm going to connect it to this database. So we got to have a con.php. You can name it anything you want, but the convention is con.php. So inside our con.php, we are going to have PHP so that this code is recognized as a PHP script. And inside this, we gotta have, since we are connecting to database, just wait a little bit. So I'm just gonna share my VS Code. Um, so for the connection, we have I'm just looking at my credentials. I think I changed them a little bit, a little while ago. But yeah, for the connection, I just have a code ready, so I don't really want to, yeah, con.php. did it open right here? Okay, so this is the code. I'm just gonna paste it right here for the connection. So localhost root Facebook and server name, username, password, database. So it's just connecting it to the database, not doing much. Yeah. So let me switch to my entire screen again, and now we can include this connection in our post.php. So why am I doing this is because the architecture is that we are going to have a home page where the data from the database is fetched as an array and looped over so that it displays all the contents from database. And we are going to have a page for creating those posts, which is going to submit to post.php to insert into the database. So let's just do include, and inside include, we are going to have con.php. So basically all the connection is already included here. So what's it? $SQL or $con? Okay, $con. So for inserting into database, this is for server name, localhost root. So let's create a inside of a content. Let's loop over stuff. Okay, so for this, we're going to have a PHP script. And inside this PHP script, we are going to have a post query. So the post query is going to be like select everything from posts, small, just for the invention. And we're going to have dollar posts result, which is basically the result. So mysqli underscore con. So we are going to include $con here. And inside our $con, we are going to do post query because we're going to run the query by connecting to database. So the next thing what we do is we take a response as an array. So let's do while data row. While data row equals to mysqli underscore fetch underscore array. You could technically put this in a variable to make it a little bit cleaner, but I'm just doing it the way that I did in the Facebook project. So result, and after this we're gonna have a loop. So this is a loop. Since everything that we're echoing is going to be in HTML format, so there's a little trick, I guess, that you can use, which is basically having this PHP's closing tags, and inside this, whatever you type is going to be basically rendered as HTML code. Post dev class is going to be post because we had it going on, so we're going to have another dev that's going to be like title. So this is going to be the title or the author. So let's just do dev.author. And inside div.author, let's echo our data row, data underscore row, which, and the index is going to be author. So yeah, this should basically return us the author name from database. Did I miss something here? Okay, not really. So another is the content here. So it's going to be div dot. Since everything here is the content, I'm just going to do div dot post content. So inside of our div.post content, we're going to have the data fetched, which is inside data underscore row with the index of content. Okay, let's do this. And we have our content and author right here. And now we need to have the image, but since we are not going to be using image in this, let's not include the image here. So yeah, it's gonna be closing div. And after that, we just we do not need the time as well. So another div that we need to close, not really. So we just do PHP, and then we have a closing bracket and right here. So I feel like there's a little bit of problem here. The end is gonna be, yeah, this is the end. This is after this is echoed, div class is going to be post, right here we gotta close the PHP tags. Okay, and then while making the okay, we do not need this here. We're just gonna be looping over it, and after this div is closed, we're gonna be closing PHP tag, and then the bracket, and then this, and we don't need this here. Okay, this is the code. It took a little bit of time to debug it. You get the joke, right? Debugger. And okay, so this should basically fetch the data here. So let's just try to refresh it. Undefined variable con on PHP content.php online for $con. So I should include the PHP file at the top. So I'm just going to do include con.php. So this should solve this problem. Post query, it's post query, not post query. PHP line 8, there is an error. One data row is close to fetch every post resolved. Posts is post resolved. MySQL line 6, what's the error on line 6? Empty query, $con, post query. It's post query. Why isn't this work? Okay. And now undefined variable post underscore result, post result. Wow. Okay. So we got the contents here. So this is the author name, this is the content, this is the author name, this is the content, this is the author name, this is the content. So if it were a little bit structured, which we are going to be doing right here. So this is the author name. So what I thought about having the authors is that while designing Facebook, I don't really want to have the author name. So there were author IDs, and the author IDs would be like a relational key, to access to know if the author or the owner of this post is the person who is currently logged in, so that they can edit or delete the post. So that's the reason why I had author IDs instead of author names here. So username could be a thing after we add authentication, but for now it's just the author ID and the post content. So since we have accessed the data from database, there should be a place to push data into it as well. So for now, let's make it a little bit beautiful. So let's head on to so entirety of this code right here should be inside a dev.content. And here we should be doing slash dev. Okay. So basically, if we go to dot content and width is 100%, every single content is within that, right? But the content should be looped as well. Meaning it shouldn't be inside content. It should be inside the loop. So this shouldn't be post, but rather a content. Okay. It's a little bit confusing, but yeah. If we make this a content, and inside of a content, we just have a margin of like 10 pixels and background color of white. We can see the difference here. Okay, we can see the difference here, right? So basically this is a post, which is a content. This is also a post, which is a content. And these all are included inside the main division. Okay, makes sense. Let's not, okay, we need to have a padding of like 20 pixels, I guess. So the main is gonna have a padding as well, which is gonna be a 10 pixel padding. Um, margin auto, margin top with 60, with let's do a width of 80. And why is it that only the left side of it is okay, width is gonna be a little bit less than that, 90% of it, so that we can have quotes like this. And here the width is gonna be 60. Let's not change it because it seemed good. And let's have a width of 95. The padding is gonna be 10 pixels, and we are gonna have margin auto, so that stays in the middle. So margin auto is gonna be above this, so that we have things going on. So I could technically use borders, but it just looks better here, I guess. So margin is gonna be 30 pixels, not 30, but bottom margin is gonna be 30 pixels, so that every post at the bottom is 30, but it doesn't look good. And 30 is just an overkill. 30 pixels it is. Um, 10 to be honest. And the padding here should be reduced to 5 pixels so that it looks good. But no padding at all. No padding would doesn't look that good. So let's have a 5 pixel padding then. Okay. And inside here, let's have a 5 pixel padding as well. Um, why isn't it at the center? Is it because no? Okay. So let's just do a width of 99. What does it look like? It looks it's making me margin auto. Okay, it came to the middle, right? So after content, we gotta have a margin, or we could just have a let's do it with 99 to be honest, 95, 98. Okay, okay. 97. Okay. Okay, let's not debate more on this. I don't know how many times did I say okay, but yeah. Okay. So we gotta have a margin on the bottom of it. So let's just have, you know what? It feels tedious. So I'm just gonna have a BR after every loop. So this is like every single loop. And after every loop, we are gonna have a BR on the top and on the bottom as well, so that it's symmetrical. So let's just do BR. Yeah, but this is gonna only have on the top and bottom, is it? So we gotta have it inside the loop. So inside the while. Yeah, right here. Yeah. And now right here as well. Yeah. Okay, so it does give us a break of line right here. And in the styling, let's change the background color to same color of this, but with a lighter shade. What did I just do? Okay, so this is gonna be the color. It's just a lighter shade, you know. Okay, just a little bit different shade. Okay, and now what we are gonna do is I feel like the post being connected looks bad, and we should not have the main connect. So let's remove the background color, and let's add the background color to this. So yeah, it looks something like this now, which is a lot better than previous one. And inside the content, we are gonna have color is white. Okay, so we have a white colored thing going on. And in our content, we have author and post content, right? Dot content, author, and post content. So let's do dot author and dot post content. So we could have a margin like 5 pixels, and same here as well, margin of 5 pixels, and background color as red for now, just for seeing how it is, and background color green. Okay, so I think we need to have a little bit of a spacing in between these. So let's go over to the loop and add a break of line here as well. Interesting. Um, Now we gotta add padding to these instead of margin. Something like padding 5 pixel would be better, I guess. Yeah, margin would be okay, margin and padding both. Padding of 5 pixels. Okay, now it's starting to get all together. So I guess more than 5, we should have 10. Double the digits, right? And 10 pixels. Okay, it looks a lot better. I don't know if it sounds like that, but it looks more mature. And um, let's change the background color to white. Let's see what it will look like. And text color to black. White. And color to black. Looks a lot better, I guess. But it looks a little bit like it's uh, putting a little bit of strain to my eyes. The padding is like the padding shouldn't be this much for main. So if I do not have any padding for main, doesn't matter. For content, if I have 5 pixel of this, it doesn't matter. If I do not have padding, what does it do? Okay, I guess we need a 1 pixel padding. Okay. Oh, so it's looking a little bit better already. And instead of this break line, so let's not have a break line here. I changed my mind. The break line looks obnoxious. So let's not put a break of line here. So yeah, oh, it looks a lot better. So there is the post author, which you can change in the database by insertion, and this is the post content. So yeah, we will be just looping over it. So this is a good sign right here. So for example, if I were to insert using this and make something like, let me generate a lodem 300, and let's just copy the entire line and paste it here and make a post. And if I refresh this, yeah, as you can see, the data is fetched and it is shown here. It looks better with long content. So, okay, the problem with this is solved. Let's just change the background color from this to literally this. Let's keep it consistent, guys. And color is gonna be this as well. Yeah, it looks consistent. And for our content or for our title, we could have a bold or some sort of, styling, but doesn't matter right now. I'm just trying to fix this margin top right now. Okay, margin top 120 seems a lot. It looks like hairline is being receded. 80 seems too friendly. 90 seems better, I guess. Okay, so 90 and this. So now we gotta add our footer. So for our footer, there is already code here. So footer is literally gonna be a dev dot. You know what? Let's just have a footer. And which footer is literally a dev with like 100% width, and it's gonna have a copyright, I guess, debugger, debugger, copyright blog site. Let's not make it too fancy. So it should be generating at the we haven't included it yet. So let's just go and do like something like is header placed inside? Okay, is header and footer placed inside the body tag. Okay, it should go inside the body. I'm just trying to make it standard. So yeah, PHP include footer PHP. Okay, now we should get this as well. Function in. Okay. So now we have our footer right here, and let's just give it some styling. Dot footer. No, it's not dot footer. It's just footer. Footer. Okay. Let's just do it. Dot dev class footer. I haven't really used header and footer much, so I don't really know if this is like a standard way to do it. But yeah, so let's give a background color of that as well. And the color is gonna be white in this case. And the height is gonna be about 40 pixels. Um, 40 pixels. I guess we need more than that. And 40 pixels is a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. And we should have a little bit of margin on the top so that it looks like it's disconnected from here a little bit. Else it's, let's keep the same spacing here and here. I guess we need 40 pixels for that. And 48 a little bit of overkill. Yeah, 30 is looks better. So we need this to be on the middle. So we are just gonna be like display flex, and line item center. Justify content center. It should be on the middle. Okay, it's on the vertical and horizontally, it's on the middle. So let's just do font size small because I just want it to be smaller. The footer, let's go on to the footer and just change it to something like, yeah, it looked a little bit aggressive. We could, font size is gonna be medium. Okay, it looks better. So now I guess we need to change the font of this entire site. So let's Google fonts, fonts.google.com. I feel like I need to, I like the font that I used in this site. Let's go to the assets.ts style and, okay, yeah, let's import this. And what's the font family? I think I gave the font family, but okay, apparently it's not really here, but okay. Um, let's go to uh, this font right here, but in bold. Yeah, a little bit bold. I think this is regular, but okay, it's good. It's good enough. So let's just import it into our CSS file. Let's just go to style of CSS and do it. Okay, let's do in the font family. Let's specify it into the body so that we don't really need, so the entire document is consistent, the entire site. So yeah, the font is applied and the entire site is using the exact font. And yeah, text align should be justified for content, I feel like. Post content, text align, justify. Okay, it looks better because it's here and here. And margin of 5 pixels should be good. Not margin, but padding. Okay, it already has padding. Margin of 15 pixels. Well, how would it look like? 20 would look better. Yeah, 20 looks better. And for this as well, so it's got to have the same as well. Yeah, it looks better. Spread out and stuff. Okay, so now we have all these posts. Now let's have a page for creating these posts. So for this, we need to have a create.php file. mm, Create.php. So let's just copy the entire index file here and go to create.php. So inside our create, let's go to our navigation bar and add the link here, create.php, and let's just remove the anchor, put it right here. A Okay. So now when I press on this, I should go to the create.php. Okay, it works. And the footer is on place as well, and this is on place as well. So we do not need the content inside our create.php because so let's we just remove the content.php, and I guess this should be it. We don't really need much. You see, this is our main page with content, and inside this we're gonna have a custom create page. So the navigation bar is consistent and the footer as well. So yeah, let's do it. So I'm just gonna copy the styling for this post because it looks a lot better. So what was it was author. Why do I have this much load? I'm at some random text. I just forgot to remove it. So we have content, author, and post content, right? Content, author, post content. So I'm just gonna go inside our create and do content, author, post content, div dot content, div dot author, and div dot post content. Just reusing the style, to be honest, not much. So if you type something here like create a post, so the title comes up here, we can just have this in bold. Well, I think we should have the author in bold. So let's just go to the dot author and text font weight bold. So create a post is in bold, and okay, yeah, that's it. So create a post, and inside this we should have a form. Create.php, and let's go inside this post content, and inside the content we are going to have a form. The action of this form is going to be post.php. Just for a post request, you can name it anything you want. Method is going to be post. We need a submit button, so it's going to be some. Okay, it's going to be input on submit. Value is going to be some create post. Create post. Okay, so we have a create post button. So inside, instead of create a post, we are going to be like we would write a post, write a post, and this is going to be just create, nothing more. Create, and above this we got to have some fields for type for the content, right? So we are going to do the input we text box, to be honest, text area. So we are going to have a text area here, and we are breaking line so that it's right below it. Okay, looks good. And the width should be the, let's give it a class first. Class equals to text area. So I like giving the class names the same as that because it makes me clear. So let's give width of 100%. Okay, 100% looks a little bit, uh, I don't know, it just doesn't look that, or it doesn't look good. Not for sure. Oh yeah, I need to make text area non resizable. I kind of forgot how to do this. So yeah, Stack Overflow for the win. To resize none. Okay, I didn't know there was a property. I used it before, but didn't remember. Resize none. So yeah, there isn't the resize button. The width is gonna be 100%. 100% looks a little bit like off to me. Or is it because I have margin should be auto? Let's just do with 99. will this work or something? Okay, 100% is the way to go. No cap. Okay, we have a 100% text area, and then we have a create right here. I don't know why, but this is taking me off. Why? I don't know. Like, is this bigger than this side or something? Ah, geez, I can't. Okay, 99. Okay, that's it. 99.99. This is probably stupid, but yeah. Okay, it looks good to me now. At least for my eyes, it looks better. So now we can type a post here. Nikash Shumire is live. Was the debugger is live. An exclamation sign and create a post. So basically, this is a page to create a post, and this has an action of post.php. So let's create a post.php real quick. So I already have already exists. Okay, post.php already exists. Yeah. So I already have a little bit of code that I can use. So let me just browse the post.php here because it's literally the same thing. Yeah, let's copy this code into post.php, and we don't really need the image, so we don't need the target path and stuff like that. We don't need this as well. We don't need to insert the path. We just need to insert the author and content, and okay, MySQL icon, create.php. So required ones is just so that nobody can just submit a post request out of nowhere. They need to go through the steps. Content. So I feel like this should be create.php. Where is it? So inside create.php, this name should be content, and submits name should be submit. So let's go to con.php, create.php or something. Post.php and author and content. So author is going to be one for now because we are not using initiation variables. So we could have a place to, take an input from the user and ask them what their name is and display the name in the post, but that would just be like anybody could post anything. So for now, we'll be leaving that because in the next part, we are going to be looking over authentication and stuff. So yeah, let's not talk about this. So, and after it is done, it will redirect us to index.php. Perfect. So let's refresh this and write something like Wast is like debugger is live. This post was created on a blog site, and let's just click on create. Okay, there is an error. You have an error on your SQL syntax that MariaDB at line 1. Okay, bold of me to assume that there wouldn't be any sort of errors. Post.php. If I said post submit, include con.php, uh, mysqli $con, insert into post author content values this. What's the, oh yeah, this is the error right here. Now it should work. So let me create a post that's called was this is the second try for a post. Hope there are no errors. So let's create it. Okay, yes, the post is created. And as you can see, the author is 1 and second try for the post. Hope there are no errors. So this is how you make a simple site for blogging. So this is a simple concept for it. So you have a database with this structure, but currently we are only using content and author, but you could utilize all of these. And basically the concept is the user goes into the create page, types something and creates a post. And then it just the array fetching thing in the index page in the content, the array fetches the loop fetches the array and displays it on the page. So that's literally the concept of it. It's not complex, it's not hard, and since it's like we just made it in a short time, the CSS it is not polished as well. So if you know learn something from this live, or just you were just coding beside me, the same thing, so this is like the version that we made, and this is the version that I made personally a while ago. So this looks much more polished, and the CSS is better as well. We have got the headers, the footers, the create page is better as well. So everything is a little bit more polished, and this is what it looked like on the very first version of it. So I will be uploading this code on GitHub, so you guys can access it and customize it according to your liking. So this code with the code for this website will be uploaded, not the live, the one that I did currently, but this is a project that I started, and anybody can contribute if you are interested in this. So yeah, that's it for this live, guys. We just created a blogging website from where you can just type and share your blogs. For images, there is a separate thing to do. You need to upload it and know where it's gonna be uploaded to. You need to give it a path. You need to move the temporary uploaded files. It's a little bit complex than what we did in this live, but yeah, uh, it's easy. It's not that hard. So try this. Try this at home. I don't really know how to express this, but it was kind of fun making this on my first live stream, and I kind of got new experiences. So as you saw, I was like browsing Stack Overflow a little bit because I didn't know how to make a text area non-resizable. So that is the sort of thing that you have to practice over and over, and you get good at it. So the UI, talking about the UI for this website, I think it's kind of good. It's not uh, like it's not responsive. I feel like it kind of does display on phones as well, but it's not really that good. So yeah, um, I think for now we should end the stream, guys. So this was the code. Let me show you guys. So it's a very small length of code. So basically in index, we have included all these files, nothing more. So we have a navigation bar, which is just literally a flex box, which is a flex box with three SVGs with anchors like a tags for linking. And in our footer is literally a div with some sort of text in it, and our content is basically data that is fetched from our database and just displayed, and our create page is literally our index page but with a form, and the styling is basically recycled as well, and our style is just a normal dev on type of thing. So there are divs inside divs, and you just give background color and padding and margins, nothing more, nothing scary. And post.php basically connected into the database and ran this SQL query. So yeah, that what is for this live stream, guys. Hope you guys learned something new. This was my first time doing live stream as well. So how long did we were we live for? Okay, about an hour. So I think it was quite productive. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. It was your boy was the debugger talking about blog websites. We will be back with other live streams as well.